So the last video cut short there, but I'm gonna pick up where I left off, just saying, you know, there's souls in bondage, and then there are free souls that understand, you know, soulless, and then ones with soul, with essence, that understand that they're not bound by the chains of the physical dimension. And the last part of the other video, you know, was saying that that's basically what the Bible is for. That's what all these, you know, I guess prophets try to show is how to be free, how to take part in that divine inheritance, and not to be trapped by physical desires, not to be stuck in the body, to elevate above the 7 mountains of sin, or the chakras, you know, to get out of these physical states of awareness. Now, some people don't want to. Like I said, those are the people that might take multiple lifetimes, or might never. There's some people on this planet that are just clones, soulless entities that come into this life unnatural and go out of this life unnatural. You just can't help them. They're just kind of like, it would have almost been better if they weren't born. Like, that sounds very messed up, but they came into this life suffering, and all that happens in their life is continuously evil. You know, that's why the flood happened, and that's why another war or catastrophe is gonna happen. You know, like all the hurricanes, all the earthquakes, it's all necessary. You know, all these things are to wipe out abominations. Now, for the ones with soul, with essence, it doesn't affect us, because we know that the physical body's going to be washed away with all the other surface crap, so all this technology, all the local, like, Burger King, McDonald's, all that crap, like, so these are all things that return to the pit, the bottomless pit, hell, Sheol. And that's where most of these souls go for eternity, until judgment, final judgment of all souls.
Hey boys, you need to get ready. Mom will be here around 1:30.
So, I guess to kind of make the point of today's videos is that there are soulless entities, and then there are those with souls, the elect. Now, just because they're taking part in such things, like I'm taking part in this technology, doesn't mean I'm soulless. Because those who see through, you know, the physical trap, this is like, it's all surface crap. It goes away. I know that my soul, who I am, how I treat others, is gonna follow me. So, you know, treat your fellow neighbor, your fellow brother, how you'd like to be treated. And if they don't get it, and if they just want to be nasty individual, nasty soulless, you know, entities, let them be. They can throw their energy at you all you want, but through the body of Christ, you just have to have faith and to know that these entities have no control over you. You know, once you see through what they're scared of, and the fragileness of this reality, they can't control you. You know, like he who overcomes will be given to eat from the tree of life freely, to eat of the hidden manna. So if you're in a place of struggle or poverty, you are more rich than most individuals are, because you have a soul, you have essence. So the richest people, the banksters, sports athletes, these people are most of the time very hurt inside and confused, because they're stuck in the physicality and the surface. So really the goal is then to, if you're looking for growth, is to try to look past the paradigm that people are stuck in. So, and to just to understand your divine inheritance, you know. I mean, there's going to be lots of false prophets in today's day and age, but you'll be able to tell them by their fruits, right? So, but once again, there's no need to fear. So if you're in poverty, you are richer than most people. You have a soul, and that's priceless. Don't sell it. You just, if you have that soul, just have faith and to live not by works but through God. Like, the works of the hands are of the surface, so meaning those things will pass on and be wiped away in the coming destruction, whenever that may be. Could be soon, could not be, but regardless, all physical bodies come from dust and will return to dust. And that scares a lot of fragile people. Whether they're holding on to their families or holding on to their favorite sports team, their favorite food, or things like this, it's all just surface crap. That all goes away. To be in the moment and to just kind of appreciate the oneness of everything is more of a gift than any of these things. Like, most people, when they're holding still, they fall into depression and all this because they're stuck in a dream state. They're looking backwards or trying to dream forward rather than just seeing the eternal now. So I feel like I'm just kind of repeating myself. And it's kind of unfortunate that the video got broken into two. I accidentally bumped the stop button. But to wrap it up, I guess, you know, like I said, this is a time for growth if you accept it, or you're just gonna continue your cycle of whatever cycles you're stuck in. Like I said, the bondage is related to 7 sins or 7 energies, and to transcend these is to recognize the eternal now and the gift of Christ, the Creator, and to appreciate the divine inheritance. To not live through fear, separateness, and duality. To acknowledge it, but then to move past it into non-duality, into a state of love, understanding, and unity. Now, one thing I would like to add to that, while we all are intrinsically like one, or we're all unified, that doesn't mean you should let people take advantage of you. Because the good comes with the bad, the wheat grows with the tares, you know. So these soulless entities, as long as we're in this plane, are always going to be there. You can't let them control you. You can't let them put you in a place of fear, because they're soulless creatures. I mean, they're full of hate, wrath, and pride, envy, and just overall earthly thinking, you know, that just serves us no purpose. The elect, it's really just like crap that's behind us, that the more you acknowledge them, the more fear, or the more energy they get, the more satisfaction they get. But to break free from that, that's when they're really going to start hammering down on you, because they know that the time is short, you know? The serpent, that foul serpent, the adversary, Satan, he knows these are the final times for him to deceive us into the pit, so he can use this as energy to keep his false reality going. This weird society we've created of 9-to-5 slaves and families never adventuring outside of the circle of the family, you know. It's to deny a higher reality. So tend it, you know. Treat your neighbor as you'd like to be treated. To love one another. Even the soulless ones, like, you know, they're gonna try to make you fall, make you stumble, but just know they're suffering, and not to let them be a stumbling block. Don't buy into the crap of physical desires, or do, you know, it's up to you. Not telling anybody what to do, merely just speaking what's on my mind, or on the collective's mind, because we're all kind of here for a reason, and we all fell from grace. Like, we all have stepped into the gates of hell. That's where we're all at. But there is redemption. So if you can accept through faith the sacrifice of Christ, the third dimension, then we'll realize there's higher dimensions of which we can then go to, of peace, love, unity, and non-suffering. So don't fear, don't acknowledge it, but don't let it drain you, don't let it scare you, and be the best person that you can be. And I guess live your life and do no harm. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of ending this on a bad note, you know, just like letting it all hang out there. Like, you know, you can choose love, or you can choose hate, or ignorance, or unity, truth. You know, good, evil, and then there's like that place of it's just both there. It's just, but that's just this current like reality. Like, it's both here now. But there are other worlds, other dimensions where the stuff doesn't exist. So we can ascend to different realities. The choice is ours, right? So on that note, I'm gonna end it. This was Sunday's podcast, and I'll try to do one every morning, but you know, no guarantees. Just see where this goes. So God bless, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Peace.